What's up guys? In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to use OBS Studio or Open Broadcast software, as well as dive a little bit into studio mode and what that is used for. Coming up. Alright guys, so let's dive right into it. I'm going to talk a little bit about studio mode and then I'm going to go over the general settings. So if you have this program already and you just don't know what that is, basically it is a multi-channel system that lets you do two things at once. And so I'm going to switch over to this scene so you can see what I'm talking about. On the right, that is the current live view. So when you are recording on this, that is all that they can see. And on the left here, this is my view, and so I can do whatever I want. I can add different titles and do different, switch between different intros and things. And the cool thing is that I can transition right here in the middle. You see this box transition, and you can add multiple. I have 3 here. I have just a cut, which is very fast. I have a fade, which is 300 milliseconds. I like the 1000 millisecond one because it's pretty clean. It's not too perfect for me. So as you can see right now, it should be just my webcam, and I can see this box on the other side, and I can transition back and forth. So that is super useful if you're a gamer, if you're a Twitch streamer, any kind of streaming that you want to take a break or take an intermission and you want to advertise your social media accounts on there, or have a chat box going right to the side right here but still have your live stream happening. Really useful, especially for the attention span of whoever's watching your YouTube video. You want people to be captivated for as long as you can and not get bored, and so it's a really good way to switch back and forth between different scenes, and so that their attention span is captivated, if that makes any sense. YouTube and Twitch and all that goes off of minutes watched. So this is super useful for me. I do a lot of YouTubing. So that is basically what studio mode is. You can do a lot more with it. You can do titles and you can add graphics, but I'm gonna keep this video short and just go into some of the settings for those of you who haven't really heard of OBS and this is your first time. So again, the download link is down below, and it's really one of those things where I don't know why you wouldn't want to get this software, because it is really quality and it's free. There's no strings attached, no like ads or anything. So I really recommend it. I think they did a pretty stellar job on it. So let's go into this right here, the settings, I'll show you a basic setup of if you just downloaded it and you're wondering what to tweak. I'll show you right here what you should do. So I'm gonna blow through this pretty fast. So general, there's a lot of just general settings, but you can change your theme. I prefer dark because it's easier on the eyes. Streaming, you don't really have to record or worry about this tab unless you're streaming. So a lot of Twitch people, YouTube, gaming, streaming. You can do Facebook live streaming. I've done that one before, and you put your stream key in here and you select what kind of service is. So that is what that is. Output is pretty important. You got your video bit rate, your encoder, and your audio bit rate. So it totally just depends on you and your computer size, how much your computer can handle. So my Mac does just fine with this 264 encoder and the audio bit rate all the way up. I like really crisp audio, but if it's too much of a load on your computer, I would recommend 256. So same thing with video too. The higher you go, the more it's going to put a load on your computer. So as for your recording path, this is just where it saves. I just have a folder called screen recordings on my desktop. That's easiest for me. I keep everything at high quality medium file size. That is like perfect. I wouldn't really touch that. There's 2 other options that you can go up from that, and so if you have a gaming computer that can handle that, then you can mess with that. I would just otherwise stick with high quality. format, you know, MP4, pretty basic. Everything uses MP4 that I do. So I stick with that. These are grayed out just because I'm currently recording. So let's go to audio. This is very basic. Like everyone uses 44.1 kilohertz. You can go higher, but I don't think that's really going to make too much of a difference, you know, to your human ear. I would just stick with that so that you're not, it's nice to know that you can go higher though, you know. So I have, for my audio input, I'm using a Apogee Duet and a Rode NT1 microphone. I really like the quality of this mic. It has the lowest self noise, -5 dB. So I put a link below in case you want to get that microphone. It's pretty affordable. So I like to have that because I like the quality to be better than this built-in microphone of whatever you know you're using. Video, again, it's grayed out because I'm currently using the software, but your base resolution, I would have that as the actual size of your laptop. So my screen size is, you know, 1920 by 1080, so I have that there, and then you can actually scale it down, which I would recommend you set your base size as whatever your screen is, and then your output as 1280 by 720. Again, totally up to you and your CPU, but that is very basic. A lot of people do that, and I stick with that. Right here, you can actually go up to 60, but that's doubling you know, if you're streaming, it's your bandwidth, and you're putting a lot of strain on that. So you can actually cut that in half. I always leave that on 30. This is really cool. Hotkeys right here. You can actually set whatever scene you have down here to a hotkey. So all you do is push that and it toggles. So, you know, I'll show you right now. I have this, and I can toggle between this and my monitor. I can go back, pretty easy. Right here, the scenes I'm talking about, you can toggle between these scenes. So that's pretty useful, these hotkeys. I have a hotkey to start and stop recording as well, so that I'm not always clicking with my mouse. So those are the scenes. Like this right here is a scene. My monitor, my webcam right here. This right here is another scene. So a scene is basically just whatever you want it to be. You know, so if you have a really nice camera or different camera angles, you can put those as different scenes and always switch back and forth. As well, you can create custom scenes. Like if you have a Twitch account and you're streaming, you know, you can have a chat, social media following, donations, and then have your, you know, your video happening at the same time, and all of that is on one screen. And so that can be a scene that you decide to do. Each scene, you can have sources, different inputs, different video sources, image sources, audio sources. So it's pretty self-explanatory software. If you look at the scene sources, right here's your audio levels, and then your transitions right here. In general, I would highly recommend this software. It is the best for being free, and typically when you get free software, there's downsides, but I haven't found that with this. It's just this isn't the case with OBS, and so I'm always going to use that, and I'm looking forward to their updates. They have some other cool features coming out. That is all for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. I do a lot of video and audio tutorials as well as DJ tutorials. So if you are into that, definitely follow me. And until next time, guys, thank you so much.